Hello lovelies, welcome back to another video. This is Prwwtygem, and in today's video I have a very good friend of mine here, Miriam. How do you feel being on my first video? I feel like I've had friends here before, but never you.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited for
I know
these
you,
questions.
I always feel like it's so nice to have my friends on the channel because like most of you guys haven't been on camera before, so it's really fun for me. But in today's video, we are going to be asking Miriam some ADHD related questions because a lot of people have ADHD, and I feel like these ones are going to be very informational and just like fun to get your perspective because I know you're high ADHD.
Yeah.
I know you're on the spectrum.
Very, very on the spectrum.
No, like
Yeah.
but on the spectrum. It's fine.
That's autism. There's no.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
There's different kinds of ADHD.
But yeah, let's get this video started. The first question we have is, what are the best and worst pets for someone with ADHD?
The best pets would be probably like cats and dogs, ones that are more independent. But if it, like a fish tank or a guinea pig or a hamster, you have to constantly, like every week or every 2 weeks, like clean their cage and their fish tank and everything. And ADHD people push off everything that seems hard or boring, and so they probably won't do that. Like my dad has a fish tank. My dad still has the fish tank that I had when I was a kid, and there's nothing in it because he never cleaned it.
Did the fish die?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's why there's nothing in it. It's still running, but there's nothing in it.
Oh, poor babies.
And he has ADD, so it's just like, it's an out of sight, out of mind thing. And if it's boring, we're not interested in it, so.
The reason I got a cat was because I don't have ADHD, but I just don't like the maintenance of them, and the cats kind of do their own thing, so I mean, I get that.
They're more independent.
Yeah, like I mean, and then you have a dog, so you're obsessed. She is literally obsessed with that dog. We'll probably like pop a picture in here somewhere so you guys can see him, but he's a little wiener dog.
He's
so
majestic.
Cute. So cute. Yeah. Okay, question number 2. How do you deal with hyperactivity when like is like peaking like up there?
Well, thankfully that all helps with that.
Okay.
But, that's when you'll see me shaking my leg, like, you know, going like this.
Just super like fidgeting.
Or fidgeting, yeah. That's why I really like that ring that Stephen had.
Oh, yeah. So you can just
always fidgeting. It's either my leg or my nails.
Just biting your nails.
Yeah. It's like I can't not be doing something. That's why when I'm watching TV, I have to be on my phone. I can't just watch it. Like, I have to be doing something like with my hands. It's stimulating. Because ADHD is a dopamine deficiency. And so we look for anything that's stimulating. That's why people who have ADHD turn to drugs or alcohol or sex or, you know, something. Exhibit A!
Okay, well, you mentioned that people with ADHD, so basically have low dopamine. How do you feel like alcohol affects people with ADHD? Like when you do drink, as you are.
It's hard to really like answer that question because I'm just going off of my personal experience because everybody has their own.
That's true.
But it's, especially if you're medicated, you got to be careful because I don't know if you've ever taken Adderall and drank on it, but you don't feel like you're getting drunk. Like I could drink like twice the amount I'd be able to if I didn't take my Adderall, and that's why it's dangerous to drink on it. So in that case, it's, you know, you got to be okay. You got to make sure that you're like responsible with it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
But like I said, it's a dopamine rush when you do. And so in that moment, you're happy. But then when you wake up the next morning, you're going to be depressed. It's a whole filler.
I love my whole filled.
I bet you do. Don't we all?
Oh, the holes being filled. Oh, man. What was your ADHD assessment like when you got diagnosed? Was it like at the doctor or like how? Like...
So it was a runaround. It took about a year and a half for me to actually get diagnosed because doctors, like main practitioners, like they don't usually diagnose. It's usually a psychiatrist. But it took 6 months for me to, like, it was a 6 month away. Like my appointment after being referred was 6 months away.
Oh, geez.
And then that psychiatrist apparently quit. So they had to reschedule me with another one. So there goes another 6 months.
So it was just like
it was a waiting period.
Yeah.
But then I get to my appointment and the psychiatrist off the bat was judging me. He was so mean. I'll never forget that. He made me feel so judged. He was just like, if you're a cannabis user, nobody here will prescribe you any kind of medication for ADHD. But then goes on to prescribe me depression medication and a sleeping aid that is addictive.
That's ridiculous.
And so I just like stopped going. And then I talked to my doctor, I've been going to forever. I love her. But she diagnosed me because I didn't want to go through another 6 months or, a year of just waiting to be, diagnosed. So she diagnosed me because she knows.
And then, like, right when you got diagnosed, is that when they prescribed the medication?
Yeah, they started me Adderall? On a low, like a 10 milligram, the fast release.
What are you on right now?
I'm on 30 milligram.
That's
slow
why
release.
You know her ADHD is on the spectrum.
And it's still so noticeable.
You know, guys, there's not a spectrum for ADHD. I'm sorry I keep on saying that, but just take me serious, okay?
With her cup of noodles. Take me serious, okay?
We love this. Like, we're just having a conversation. It's fine. So the process for you was super long to get diagnosed. I have thought about like doing that myself because I feel like I could have like ADHD. I can't sit and watch TV. I like watch anything for long periods of time. Even when I'm watching like episodes, I have to leave and do something else, or even because I watch them on my phone, I have to like swipe and go browse social media and then come back.
Well, I highly recommend to anybody to get like, at least if they think that they have it or could have it, at least go get, an evaluation done. Because it's so easily misdiagnosed.
Yeah.
They misdiagnose it for bipolar, misdiagnose it for autism. Because I was diagnosed before I knew I had ADHD with anxiety and depression. And they were medicating me with antidepressants, anti-anxiety medication.
You're just making it worse.
None of them helped. But then I found out I have ADHD. They prescribed me my Adderall. And that's what I needed to be targeting rather than what stems from it.
Yeah, exactly. This is the question from someone. They just want advice. How do I manage my dating/Tinder addiction?
With ADHD?
Yeah.
Oh dear. I mean, I feel for ADHD people because I've experienced it myself. It's just like we feel so much more intensely than regular people because we search for that dopamine. And that's why I haven't been on Tinder or Bumble for I don't even know, 5 years. Because it's just the swiping and the matching is a dopamine rush. And then you'll take pretty much any kind of attention that you get and roll with it.
Another question from someone with ADHD is feeling like a goldfish ADHD?
What?
Is feeling like a goldfish ADHD?
That's, you know what? The first thing that comes.
I mean, you have the memory of a goldfish. I'm not gonna lie. He just.
That's true.
I mean, you just gotta make sense to me.
I have no memory, dude.
I know.
I don't even know what I had for dinner yesterday. I had Taco Bell. It was good.
I literally have to remind you of our events so many times, or put them in your calendar or something, to constantly text you and update you and be like, hey, it's tomorrow. Oh, this
I have
is
to
this
set
time.
Alarms to remember that my mom's in town.
So I don't know.
It's horrible. And I feel bad about it, but it is. But I mean, the first thing that comes to mind with the goldfish though is literally drowning.
Oh,
because it's so stressful. It's so stressful. You're just sitting here oh. Damn it. What is live? Awkward turtle. I don't even know what's happening.
That's funny as hell. Okay.
So that's what I take from the goal.
Okay. Next question. How do I parent a toddler and not be miserable?
You can't. you're gonna be miserable. Like, it's a freaking toddler. They're mean.
They're mean.
They're so mean. And not just that, but they're yours. Like, they're your.
I feel like a lot of people that don't have kids, maybe like me, I don't have kids. I can't connect to like that experience of raising a child. So when people do say, oh, they're miserable, or like it's a lot of hard work or whatever, maybe like bash, or like they might take it as shit talking as a parent and like be like, oh my God, well, she's a parent. Like, why does she talk like that? But people don't understand that it's so much harder for somebody with ADHD.
That stigma behind being a mom.
Yeah,
no, like, oh,
exactly.
You should be thankful.
Yes, exactly.
Like, there's people who can't have kids. I'm
and like want
that
kids.
Doesn't validate how I'm feeling. Like, kids are assholes.
Yeah.
I love mine. I have an 8-year-old. She's the best. Obviously, you know that. You're like her godparent. But it's just like, she's mean. She makes me feel like
she's a little savage sometimes.
But it's just like with ADHD, because she has ADHD. So it's just like you see yourself in her and you want to get upset or irritated or have an outburst from the overstimulation that they are causing you, but you can't because they're going through the same thing as you.
And they're your child. How do you knock a out?
Just drop it. Like, no, trust me. Like, I love my kid, and I try my hardest to help her through her feelings and her emotions, because she shows the same as I do. Yeah. Because I had the same frustration and like just no patience when I was a kid. Yeah. And so I try so hard not to get upset with her, but that's hard. It's like, because the biggest thing with being a parent with ADHD is overstimulation.
The next question is, what does excitement feel like to you? Is it like fireworks just exploding inside you?
We'll see, and that's one of the things that I am insecure about, is oversharing about things that I'm excited about. Like, people will ask me about something and I'll pop off. Like, I will be like, this and that and this and that, and I experienced this with these people and this and that, and they're just like, dude, I was just asking if you like rave or something, like, you know what I mean? And I'll just go, like, they'll be like, hey, do you rave? And I'm like, oh my God, like, I've been to all these concerts and this and that, and I've seen this person this many times, and oh my God, this is how it makes me feel. I cry at every Slander concert, and like, blah, 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 blah. And they're just like, dude, I just asked if you rave. Like, I didn't ask for your life story. And I'm just like, sorry, I'm just really passionate about it, I guess, I don't know. And then I'll feel embarrassed about it. But it's like, I got bullied a lot in school for being overexcited about things. Aww. Like, people will ask you about something and you'll be like, oh hell yeah, dopamine rush, let's talk about this.
I love your excitement though. I definitely hype it up. Next question is, so I think I might be autistic. Is that the same thing as ADHD?
No, that's why I was saying earlier.
On the spectrum? Sorry. I'm sorry. Continue. I'm sorry.
That's why I'm saying, like, earlier, that it's very easily misdiagnosed. A lot of people are misdiagnosed, and it's horrible, you know? Yeah. It's like, that's why you get multiple opinions. Some doctors just don't care, and they just hear like that psychiatrist that I saw, here's some antidepressants and a sleeping aid, but I'm not going to give you what you need all because you're a cannabis user. It's like, that's preference based. That's not because my counselor, she was prescribed, you know, Adderall, and she's a cannabis user. I mean, it's 2023. Like, what the heck?
I see my doctor at the dispensary, my dentist and stuff. I try not to make eye contact, but I was like, just like, hey. No, seriously, I'm like, I see you, see me, see you. Well, that was all the questions I have for you. I feel like this is a perfect example of ADHD person. You're like the most high functioning, and for having ADHD, like, I know I have seen you get overstimulated, I have seen your outbursts, I have seen everything, and I don't think people that don't have ADHD or like are around people with ADHD like understand how difficult it is to work with it. But I honestly like admire you for the way that you do and the way that you parent and everything. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel, like, comment, share. I don't know if she wants her socials down on the link.
No, I don't care.
But I'll go ahead and share them if you guys want to add her. And yeah, blessings. I will see you in the next video.